Hi, my name is Mandy Frost. I'm an academic life coach to students and a coach to parents. And today I would like to tell you a little bit about my group coaching parent support membership group. So what I do a lot of is I speak a lot about moving from that boss, manager, parent to becoming more of a curious coach, where you are helping your kids to tell themselves what to do as opposed to always telling them what to do, giving them instructions and giving them advice and hoping that they're going to take all that amazing wisdom that we have for them. But it doesn't always work like this. And so it's about showing up differently. It's about making that shift from telling them what to do to asking more curious questions, to helping them to figure out the solutions, helping them to become more sharing their ideas, sharing their opinions as we hear and listen to what they have to say. And so when we're moving from the boss, parent, manager kind of parent to more of a coach, we're able to show up more calm. We're able to quieten down our expert voice so that your teenagers find their expert voice. And so really this helps to build confidence. This helps them to be more self-directed. This helps them to take more ownership, be more responsible. But what it also does, making the shift from, directive parent to coach really helps relationships and really helps more cooperation, more communication. And instead of your kids pushing back, they're actually willing to listen and they're willing to hear what we have to say when we do give that wonderful wisdom that we do have. And so it's changing our default. It's knowing when to give that advice, when to take a step back. What do those questions look like? What kinds of questions do I ask? How do I make the shift from, telling them, instructing them, to asking them more curious questions? And so this is what I do every month. Well, actually, we meet twice a month in our group coaching parent support group. We have wonderful discussions together, wonderful coaching, and the coaching is all from the parent, from the coach-parent mindset. I'm not there to give advice or tell parents what to do or how to parent. I show parents how they can show up as a coach. So the very skills and training that I learned in my coach training, I show parents how to be a coach. Imagine that. You will be trained with my expertise of how you can show up as a coach parent and how you can build more connections with your teenagers. And so what I want to tell you a little bit is what goes on in these meetings, these 90-minute sessions that we have every 2 weeks. And every other week I send a check-in video to support you along the way. There's a forum that you can talk to other parents in. And so we have topics like, well, what do these questions look like? What kinds of questions and what situations? And then I have parents saying, well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say in these various situations. And we have like role playing and scenarios that you can use in your situation, and you learn from one another as to what questions work best for your family. Then I also share my killer questions that you can actually use in virtually any situation. There's other topics like, how to have respectful arguments with your kids so they realize that their ideas don't dictate their worth. So, because sometimes when you're disagreeing with them, when you're having an argument, they feel like you're attacking them because it's who they are, but it's not about who they are. And when you disagree, it just means that you disagree. It's not, they often attach that to their worth. Their ideas are who they are. And so how do you help them with, disagreeing with them respectfully, but helping them to see themselves as learning and growing through those disagreements as well, and being respectful? Showing them how to have empathy with others, as well as learning how to empathize with your kids. That's another topic that we talk about. Helping with personal accountability. How do you get your kids to be more accountable as a coach parent without telling them how to be accountable and responsible? How do you get them to do it in a different way? Making that small little shift in how you present yourself and in your relationships. Reframing and mindsets, because that's really big. How you see your kids. If you see them in a negative light, when you look at the things that they're doing wrong, your lens becomes distorted and you see them in a negative light. So how do you change your lens regardless of what they're doing, so you see them in a more positive light and you can have a more connected relationship with them? Also helping your teenager develop a growth mindset. How do you do that? How do you help them through disappointments and challenges? We also talk about vision. What's the vision for your family according to your values, according to your beliefs, according to your worldview? And then also, what are your triggers? What triggers you into reacting? Because that's a big one. How can you identify those triggers? Those fears maybe that you have with letting go of control, whatever that is, and how can you respond in a more calm and positive way as a coach? And so this is what we do every month, and I would love for you to join me. And we also have, with every workshop, I have handouts and resources. There's a lot of value in these courses, and there's a lot of meat, should I say. So you have your notes, you have your handouts. Taking notes, I always suggest, parents have their journals, have their coaching journal, and parents just can't stop writing all those things that they're learning in the workshops, because it is a lot. And to remember the questions to use, and so having a journal and a notebook is a great idea, and that you can call it your coach parent training journal workbook, whatever works for you. And so I'd love for you to join this group. I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of wonderful offers that I have for the new year, and we're December the 18th right now, so I'm not quite sure when you get to watch this video, but I hope you'll go to my website and take a look at joining, and let me know if you have any questions. Email me, ask me questions. What is it all about? It's also a membership which you can be as long as you want to in the membership. So it's a month to month. There's no long-term commitment. You can cancel at any time. No questions asked. Just cancel your membership when you're done. So you can even just join for 1 month and see how that works out, or join for one workshop and see if you like it, and then continue on with that. And so I hope this has been helpful. This is Mandy Frost, academic life coach to students and a coach to parents. Thank you for listening.